Okay, this is Keyron from South Florida Inside. I'm here with.
Zion Thompson.
JP Kennedy.
All right, got these fellas here from the Green. First of all, I was curious about the formation of the band. Like, how did you guys get together? Where you guys from? Could you tell the audience about yourself?
We're based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. We were formed in 2009. We've actually been playing together for some years before that, 2000, 2001, different configurations. And it's basically two bands that joined together to form one. We were younger. We had our own bands in high school and stuff. So we kept recording, and the Green formed in 2009, and it's been good.
Okay. I also heard about your debut album. Great reviews from the debut album. A lot of digital recordings. Very good. Could you tell me a little bit more about how that went for you, or how did you feel about that?
Our first album, self-titled, The Green, it did really well. Kind of to our surprise, got number one reggae album of the year on iTunes for that year. I think it was 2010. So that was like a huge deal for us, and it did really well in Hawaii. We got a Nahoku Hanohano Award, which is a big deal in Hawaii. It's like the Hawaii Grammys. And it's I think it's outselling our second album currently. But it's doing good, and we're stoked. We're stoked to be able to spread the music around, outside of Hawaii.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
What is your mission? A lot of people have a particular mission or aim, or what they're trying to do with the music, as far as influences or anything like that. Like, what is your guys' aim? Are you aiming for the flashing lights, or are you just trying to keep it in a certain genre?
We just really want to smoke choke weed.
Dig it, I dig it.
Now we want to. This is for a band from Hawaii to be able to travel outside of Hawaii. It doesn't happen all the time, and we're just trying to take advantage of it. And sky's the limit. We're down, hardworking guys, ready for anything, and we're on Warped Tour this year. It's crazy. We only started playing music as the Green 3 years ago. We're just excited to see what happens and keep recording and hopefully build it up.
How's the transition been from going from the high school bands and the bands forming together until actually people screaming in the stands for you? How's that been for you so far?
I think it's just like what you would think it would be. It's a dream come true if you're passionate about what you do. And all we do is play music. That's all we do, and we devote all our time to that. Everything, all day long. But it's a trip to see how far we've come in such a small amount of time. It makes us super thankful, and just really just we feel blessed, to be able to do what we're doing right now, for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
I have a few ideas about the name, but any type of personal stories behind the name of your band?
Well, honestly, we were just trying to figure out a name that would appeal to people all over the world without putting any kind of judgment or characterizing the band in any way. So we figured the color would be good, and green happens to be the color of choice, so okay. That's pretty much how that happened.
I'm down with green also. Also, just curious about coming from Hawaii and coming into mainstream America. Do you guys feel like the reception is good, or how's it been so far, as opposed to a lot of the mainstream bands?
Well, I think it's been interesting because trying to tell people about your music and to people that don't necessarily listen to that type of music is crazy. We've been to South by Southwest before, where we have to do that in Austin, Texas, where we're kind of walking around talking to people about music, and it never gets easy. You know what I mean? It's always a job, and it's you really have to love what you're doing to be able to tell someone to listen to your music and them just stand there and be I don't want to. You know what I mean? But being able to get people to come and listen to it, and seeing them come to shows in the future, that's what it's all about. So it makes talking to people about it that much easier, because if you get them, that you got a friend and fan for life, and that's a trip.
It's all it takes is that little. It's either they're down for it or they're not. At that point anyway. But if you get them right there, then you got them.
From your first self-entitled album to your second album, has there been a different or variation in the sound, or you try to keep it in one type of neutral area?
Well, it's still our sound. We have 4 different singers, and everybody in the band, not just the singers, are songwriters too. So, and we all contribute and produce and all that stuff. So, it's got that. That's the element that we always bring, but we like to think that this one is a little better sonically. Like it's just produced a little better, and we're really proud of it because it's songs that we had for a long time too. Some of them that didn't make it onto the first album that we wanted to. They were a little more progressive that we wanted to save for the second to like slowly break people into like, because we listen to all kinds of genres and everything, and we want to collaborate with those kind of genres and people in those genres, and so it's a little bit different sound, but it's got roots reggae, it's got lovers reggae, it's got dancehall vibes, it's got the poppy sound, it's got the rock and the solos and the harmonies and all that stuff, so it's a move forward, but it's the same Green.
And it's us. Like, we take a lot of pride in the recording and stuff, so it's like from the songwriting to what kind of groove is going to be on it to feel like we're all a part of it, and like it shows. The first album it's the same thing. We did us at that point. You know what I mean? And then same thing, we did us, and then we brought a few other people on to help us finish it off, and then take it to another level. And we plan to keep doing that. Do us, and then like try to involve guys that could like take us to like the next notch.
Speak upon them next notch, like, and I kind of asked, earlier, like, what do you want your next notch to be? Like, do you want that mainstream area, or how do you want to do that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, of course we want to get to a level that's just humongous. If you want to call it mainstream, whatever. Like, we want to grow and continue to grow. I mean, we're not guys that are about like, we're not sellouts and stuff. So we're true to what we're doing. And if the mainstream comes, it's like whatever. We're still going to be doing the same things. But definitely, we want that paper. You know what I mean?
Indeed, everybody's trying to get the paper right now. Most definitely. Just to wrap it up, do you guys have anything you would like to say to your fans or anything?
Just thank you so much. I mean, we're truly thankful and blessed and stoked to be able to do what we do and be able to travel to Florida and every state and every country, and just thank you. Our website is thegreen808.com. That's got all our information. We're going to be posting a tour real soon, coming up on the East Coast again, and West Coast and everything, and new music coming up real soon. We got brand new music, and like we were talking about earlier, it's progressive, but it's still us, So we're stoked. We're doing our thing,
That's it. Stay with us, please. We'll take care of you.
Green.